So it's summertime. There are tons of movies out, big blockbusters, smaller independent movies. But I want to talk about the blockbusters in this video because it seems like a lot of films are underperforming in the box office. Um, I saw Transformers Rise of the Beast, which is a fantastic movie in my opinion. I absolutely love it. Their budget was about 200 million, and I don't even think they got to 400 million at the box office, and I don't think they're going to get there either. The Flash was a $200 million budget, and I think they've grossed 245 million. Actually, their budget was 220 million because they had to do reshoots. They brought back Ezra after all that controversy when he was, smuggling. Um, well, he was like stealing beer, and he was on his parents' farm, and there were guns and weed everywhere where there were kids, and there's just that guy's crazy. So I think that's the reason why people didn't go see the Flash. Personally, I didn't go see the Flash because I didn't want to support him either. I know there's other actors that kind of deserve some love, because I love Ben Affleck's Batman. Michael Keaton's back. There's a new actress on the scene called Sasha Cale, and she plays Supergirl. Obviously, Michael Shannon is back as General Zod. So there's all these other actors, but I just personally couldn't support Ezra Miller, so I had to pass on the Flash, and I think that's why a lot of other people did. But that movie's not expected to make its budget back. It's actually expected to lose Warner Brothers $200 million or more. And then there's Indiana Jones, which was it's a huge budget movie, like $300 million, and they haven't got to 200 million yet. They may be climbing close, but it's kind of slow. It hasn't. I don't think they've gotten the numbers that they were wanting over at Lucasfilm for Indiana Jones. And then you have Elemental, the Disney Pixar film, $200 million budget, and they've got 190 million, so they've almost made their budget back. But there's been a lot of good movies. It's just I'm just kind of stunned that a lot of these movies aren't doing better because it seems like people would be flocking to the movies. COVID's over. All the theaters are open, and it's summertime. I would expect these movies to just be climbing and climbing and climbing, but they're kind of they kind of get a little bit, and then they kind of just they kind of flatline, and then they just level off, and then they sink. It's not anything that's super incredible. Not like we saw last year with things like Top Gun Maverick and Avatar: The Way of Water, which are both fantastic, amazing movies. I did reviews on those as well. I love them both. But 2023 it's kind of just been like an average year for films, at least for the summer. There were those films earlier this year that did okay. Creed 3, loved that film. It did pretty well. Absolutely loved Creed 3. I can't say enough good things about that. And then there was also, what was the other one? Well, there was 65. 65 didn't do too well. And that film was just okay. But John Wick was the other one that I saw in theaters. John Wick was fantastic. It was super good. Made a lot of money, which was great. I was happy to see that. But I'm just kind of wondering, is Hollywood worried? I don't know if they're like worried because of course these studios have tons of money, right? It's just that I don't think they're getting the box office returns that they initially estimated that they would get, and that's okay. Most films aren't going to be huge, 700, 800, 900 million, billion-dollar films. It's just not. It's not realistic for every film that comes out to be like a huge blockbuster, to make Avatar The Way of Water money. That's not what I'm saying because that's unrealistic. But, just like it seems that these films should be doing a little bit better than they are, especially with it being summer and, people wanting to, well, go out and see films, and have a fun time. So that's kind of just my thoughts. Just my opinion. I feel like films have been kind of low lately, you know, and instead of uh, grossing a lot of money that I feel like they should gross, which um, that's just the way I feel. Like I was looking at Transformers and I'm like, this is Transformers, right? This is like a multi-billion-dollar franchise, you know. It's owned by Hasbro. It's like one of the biggest toy companies. And then you already have the name Transformers. It's a franchise everyone knows, right? It's the seventh film. You know, you had, you know, Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers, Dark of the Moon, Transformer Age of Extinction, Transformers The Last Night, Bumblebee. Then I don't know, maybe people are burnt out and they didn't want to go see Rise of the Beast. um, I loved the last one. I loved Bumblebee. It was fantastic, absolutely amazing. But I'm looking at Transformers: Rise of the Beast, and I'm like, wow. I thought this movie was gonna do at least $700 million or $800 million, but that's not the case, which is fine. You know, I love the movie regardless. I will certainly be getting it on digital when it comes out, but I don't know. It's just a little odd that these movies aren't doing as well as, you know, pre-pandemic level numbers for movies in theaters. So those are just my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think. Is it because people are more used to just waiting for streaming, you know, because COVID happened and people are used to, well, I'll just wait till it comes out on streaming? Or do you think people are like fed up with Hollywood because of all their like political stunts and, you know, the messaging that they're putting in their movies? You know, do you think they're being too political, or do you just think it's a lack of fresh ideas? You know, that there's really nothing new in Hollywood. It's just sequels and reboots. So tell me what you guys think down below in the comments, and I will catch you next time.